Saturday morning here at Waihi at Kenny Street at Athletic Park, the Thames Valley Club Rugby Finals, which is something of different. Reno Wilkinson here commentating today, and joining me is a well-known identity when it comes to local Thames Valley, and let alone around the whole country, Mr. Ross Cooper. Good morning, Ross.
G'day, Reno, and it is a quite bizarre scene
It
here,
is.
isn't it?
It
We've
is.
got grand finals and only about 100 people here. And that's the way it is with this corona, and we're looking at the first game today, Waihou versus Waihi Athletic. It'll be pretty even, I would imagine. Do you want to go through the Waihou side, and I'll do the Waihi Athletic?
Okay, I'll go through the Waihou side. There's a couple of changes in here. At the moment, starting at number 1, we'll start with the front row first. Adam Fairley, Ed Hooker, Shan van der Volk, and also in number 3 is Patrick Aisleby. In locking today is Stephen Greenville. At number 5 is Tim Ursek, and of course remainder for the forward pack is Gerard Rowney, Adam Hallett and Matt McGann. In the halfback today it is Rob Longstaff. At first 5, Ryan Waits. Dominic Gore wearing number 23 on the wing there. In the centres Joe Murray and Sam McGann, and on the other wing is Kane Burns, and fullback we'll wrap up the starting 15 is Craig Cowley. So moving into the reserves, in number 16 today is Craig Hutchins, 17 Brad Mitchell, 18 is Tyron Little, 19 Keegan Lewis, 20 Craig Bedford, 21 Nathan Bonner, and 22 wraps up today with Reece Manning.
And the Waihi Athletics side, Matt Pettard at number 1, Jordan Crawford moves into hooker, Brad Nightingale, Alex Morton at 4, Mark Everson, he's their main jumper. At 5, Dylan Horn is the captain today, Philip Bailey, Matthew Hart at number 8, young Liam Curtis at 9, Ruben Mears, vastly experienced, number 10, Tyler Turnbull, Ethan Seymour at 12, Max Smith at centre, Josh Lonigan on one wing, number 14, and Max Wirihana Tawaki at 15. The reserves, there's some older fellas in here. Conrad Williams, Mania Marsh, Sammy Thompson in 16, Mark Baker, David Carey playing his 6 millionth game, Christopher Vi and Dylan Bellamy make up the reserves, coached by Wayne Smith and Michael Bellamy with Ruben Mears.
Talking on today's referee too, change in the program there. AJ Hartley will be controlling today's first game of the finals. On the sideline will be Sonia Wirihana and Stu Pinney as well. So plenty going on there. A lot happening today, but as you said, Ross, it's a bizarre day here at Waihi with no crowd here. Look, we've got the ball boys out there getting prepared as well. We've got a nice little grandstand set across there out on towards Kenny Street. The crowd is sitting up there as well, and very, very bizarre. You wouldn't have seen anything like this for a long time. No,
not in Thames Valley rugby history, I don't think, Reno. I think it's a bit surreal, really, isn't it? But that doesn't matter. It's finals rugby. Club players love playing in finals, and this game here is pretty important for both these teams as they come out of the changing shed. Pretty even, as far as I'm concerned. Major threats in midfield from Waihou is Sammy McCann and Joe Murray, making a return at quite an elderly age, one of the Heartland coaches, but he's doing well. So they'll be the threats for Waihi.
Big gate day today as well. Hey, talking to Waihou, I know they've got the big live screen over there at their club room, so I just want to say good morning to Edmund Leahy, former Thames Valley CEO. So Edmund, I know you and your team are over there tuned in as well, so enjoy the live coverage. And this is what it is today. We've got 3 games. The first game kicking off any minute now. Then we'll have the second game at 1 o'clock, which is playing for the Lawrence Memorial Cup, Coromandel Tairua. Then the senior premier game, which is a bit later on this afternoon, 3 o'clock, the Cobras will take on Whangamata for the McClinchy Cup. Thanks to HG Leach as well, big sponsors and supporters of today's whole day event as well, and part of Thames Valley Rugby. So it's great to have HG Leach on board, plus all the other sponsors who are associated, which we'll give name mention throughout today as well. Both teams are in a huddle at the moment, as you can see on the live stream. But yeah, very different. Look, you can see some of the crowd are already turning up here. Although small crowd, it's 100 limit. We know that.
Yeah, the interesting thing, Reno, is the grandstand, which is on the outside of the field, being built during the night, and on the outside of the field. And good on Whangamata, looking after their crowd that's expected later on in the final. Let's pay attention to this game, though, Reno. It's a pretty close encounter. I don't see either team as being favoured. Perhaps Waihou has a slight edge.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's pretty close.
You would think home advantage for Waihi would bring them home, but yeah.
The crowd
No
would have
crowd
in the
would.
old days. No crowd here, mate.
Well, here we go, getting ready to kick off as the whistles to blow right now.
Good take and a good run there by the tight forwards. Ooh,
Just a
bit of
straight
struggle.
pass, yep. Early penalty already to Waihou. Looks like holding there, so we'll just move on through with a kick, heading out towards the sideline very soon. Nice take there at the back there by number 7 for Waihou, Adam Hallett as well. As they make forward there in the middle of the field, right there in the centre as it comes back as well out to, oops, a knock on there. So looks like a line out feed here for Waihi coming up.
Just Reno, I see Guns McCann is in number 12, not jersey 13, and it looks like Joe Murray's in 13.
See that?
So that's not as per program. A little bit of nerves early on, wasn't there?
Yeah, I'd say so.
A little bit of nerves.
Early
Both
day.
these
And
guys settling in. First scrum. Second scrum.
put in by Liam Curtis there. Out it goes, out to Ruben Mears, the vast experience. Look, rolling out the back line there. Number 12 taken up with the tackle.
Ethan Seymour, good player. He used to play on the wing for Thames Valley. He's playing inside centre. Inside ball again. They did that a lot in the last game too. Inside runners.
What a good run there by the number 8, Matthew Hart.
Taken up with Jordan there. He's a good solid prop. Playing at hooker today. Ruben Mears looking out towards the wing.
Good step off the right foot there by the winger, number 11. Taylor Turnbull running to the corner now. And I think we see our first points for the final.
Very good try constructed there with some very, very good running from the winger.
Nice little run there by the winger, Taylor Turnbull. Looked to sidestepping away there as well. Gets it out wide. Passes out there to the number 13. Looks like he dives into the corner there in the first try for today by Max Smith. There we go, in the corner.
Yeah, well worked try. Quite a sustained little period of play from Waihi. And a deserved try, really. They maintained the ball and kept it alive. To score, about 3 metres inside the corner flag on the right-hand side of the touchline, looking south. Ruben Mears with a difficult kick to start with, but he's been kicking very well.
Just shaves front of the post there.
Yeah, I think the wind just drifted a bit. He didn't seem to have much power in that kick, but nevertheless, good start by Waihi. And now they have to maintain the ball a little bit longer and keep pressure on.
Very different calling the game here with no crowd here. Look, you would have heard a crowd, or I'll say, cheering and roaring Waihi on there at the start of the game. It's just very, very silent. It's like an old silent day movie back in the day.
Mark Everson did very well there. He took the ball with not a lot of support. Very strong run. Sam van der Valk. Driving forward.
Getting close to the line. Oh, there we go, penalty.
Didn't see the referee's signal for advantage, but obviously it was there. Always a hard decision. They're going to go into the corner, so they're looking for the 5-pointer.
Seems to be quite a common thing seen in rugby these days, the 5-pointer into the corner, especially at this close to the game these days. So it's something that's come obviously through the Super Rugby Aotearoa. We'll see how it goes in the line-out.
Waihou knocked the ball on there, let the pressure off. Waihou will be very relieved. Hopefully they'll be able to set a good scrum and even all clear to touch. I'm picking, but you never know. Waihou have a fairly solid looking pack up against the Waihi team. Reset of a scrum. The old front rows love this.
Good strong push here by Waihou, back out to Waihi. Mears has it out to the wing out there. Good run down the side. And then they smack Switty Hunter, the fullback, running along with the ball. Well, we weren't expecting that to run out from Waihi, but they're already over the nearly up to halfway line at the moment, nearly there. Good run up there by Taylor Turnbull, the winger who has at the moment, line it back there for the halfback to deliver to Mears, and out it goes. Waihi on the run, nearly reaching halfway.
Good ball maintenance here by Waihi. Good defence equally against them by the Waihou team. Well organised, coming up as a team.
Yeah, penalty.
Too slow, Reno, wasn't it? Too slow to get in support of the ball carrier. Great work from Waihou forwards. They got over the ball. The man kept his feet and had all rights to the ball. So excellent play there from Waihou. Shades of Wayne Smith, that breakout. I could see the inside pass operating. Wayne Smith, as you know, Reno's been working with Waihi all year. It's been fantastic for the club. And a lot of the work that he's done is the offloading inside channel stuff, and it's certainly improved their attack capabilities. That was, as you said, a great breakout from Waihi. Didn't expect it at all. Equally so, good defence from Waihou.
Another penalty coming up here by the looks of things.
Working down the blind side, putting numbers in to clear the ball. Forwards love this sort of stuff, don't they, Reno?
Yeah, big run
running
there,
the ball up.
Big run there by Adam Feely.
Joe Murray, inside.
And he's
gap.
inside, and he's just, ooh, is he going to be held up? He scored him a try.
Try there to number 13, for Waihou.
So the try there scored by Joe Murray in number 13. So for those who are watching the viewing over there in Waihou, they've switched themselves around in the centre pairing. So Semi's in 12 and Joe's playing in 13.
All the experience of an old campaigner, wasn't it? Joe Murray did the old sidestep, had the strength, get over in amongst 3 or 4 tackles and plant the ball over the line. So a well taken try and a good hit back from Waihou, fully deserved.
Oh, wayward. I wish you could do that again. I bet you he's thinking, oh, give me another shot.
Moment, mate. Minty's moment, eh? Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that to happen.
No,
The miss by Ryan Waite.
He would be disappointed with that effort. It wasn't a hard kick, but
No.
I suppose I'm not a kicker, and everybody else that kicks, it's easy to say. But, you know, one would expect at this level that to go over. So he'll be a bit disappointed. He'll just have to move on and forget about it and get the next one.
Back on halfway, Max Whittyhunter ready to get us back on the play again. So 5 all at the moment here in the Senior A game here at Waihi Athletic Rugby Park. Oh, great offload there, round the back. Here they go, running again with confidence. Moving it out wide to the winger. Back in it goes.
Well set up by Greenville there. Forwards came over the ball.
Good strong fend off there by Joe Murray on the number 8 for Waihi. Playing with confidence at the moment, looking like they want to spread the ball out wide to their back line, does Waihou, and putting on the defence by Waihi Athletic. We're coming up to meet the plays as well. So good yards there by Waihou back up to halfway. Unfortunately, knock on. So for the crowd sitting over there in Waihou in the club rooms, they'll be jumping up and down at the moment with their run down the sideline, but then they'll be going up and and might be saying a few nice words at the same time while they're watching the live stream.
Reno, it was a bit sad, really, because they attacked down the short side. They marked up the head backs running against the big forwards from Waihi, and really they should have put that ball away in the corner. It was a try gone begging there, and they'll be a little bit disappointed with that effort. They did everything right up until that stage.
Just while there's a bit of a break here as well, while I think it's Joe Murray that's getting assessed in the middle of the field there as well. I just want to acknowledge Ctas Live, Grant and the team who have travelled over from Hamilton, and the gentlemen who are been here since this morning setting up the live stream. This is something new for Thames Valley Rugby, let alone broadcasting the live finals as well, back to everyone at home or at their club or overseas as well. This is something that's different, so a big acknowledgement to Ctas Live. Google search them, you'll find their website, you'll find all the information if you want to acquire their services. Easy to approach as well. And Ctas Live, check it out, CTAS Live. You'll find it all on there, just Google it.
Another solid scrum from Waihi. Looks like they're going to have a little dab here. Ooh. Ball taken in by Jordan Crawford. Good service from the halfback Liam Curtis and Brad Nightingale going forward with the ball in hand, looking for somebody to offload. Matt Pettard now. Good continuity here and good ball maintenance, but it's just forced one pass a little bit.
Yeah, too much.
Too much. But they're going back to AJ's seen a penalty, so he's going back for the offside.
Got to say Waihi turned up today with confidence to run the ball.
Yeah, I think you can see the work that Wayne Smith's put into the team. They've brought that inside runners and the ball carriers well supported. So it's interesting to see. Equally so, you know, they forced the ball once too often, and, you know, it may have been better to go to ground and just clean it out, but good defence by Waihou.
Halfback down at the moment for Waihi Athletic, which is Liam Curtis, just being attended to as well. So just taking a bit of a breather as both teams. Look, we've been into the game so far just over 13 minutes. It's a big day here at Waihi. The blue sky is turned up, bit of cloud around, but Ross is saying if you can see Mount Aotearoa, it looks like a pretty good day in Waihi.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers and toes crossed.
Unfortunately, not finding touch here from Ruben Mears. So this brings Waihou running back on attack at the halfway line now here at the Waihi Athletic Rugby Field.
Fine line, it isn't it, Remo?
Yeah.
Between the rights to the ball and letting it go on the ground. It just goes against the grain when you're a tight forward to release the ball to the opposition, but that's the rule, and AJ Hartley's seen a penalty there. Ruben Mears is quite a good line kicker.
Yeah, he'll find touch here.
He'll find touch and push it up the line.
Quick line out throw in. Well done by the halfback there, Liam Ctas, to scoop that up. Head out to the back line, into the centre of the field at the moment. Ctas out to Mears, back inside pass to Turnbull.
Lost the ball.
Lost the ball, yep.
Oh,
and again, knock on.
Jordan Crawford with the big run.
Looking to spin the ball wide as Waihi as they head out to the back line and into Woody Hunter out to the Turnbull on the wing here. Another sidestep infield.
Plenty of movement in the game, Reno, isn't there? There's lots of endeavour from both sides. A little bit of a balloon pass there which spoilt the attack for Waihi, but AJ Hartley's seeing a penalty. So he's gone back into a reasonable kicking position right in front of the goal post to the right-hand side. So one would expect Ruben Mears to kick this.
Looks like the captain, Dylan Horn, having a conversation with AJ Hartley, the ref as well. Must be something he's seen going on in the game. As Mears sets up to kick the, what you would think would be a straightforward kick for Mears, but we saw it before from Waihou.
It's
so
different in finals, a little bit more pressure.
So hopefully the nerves has gone away, but slightly from him with him missing a touch finder earlier as he gets ready to address the ball.
He is an experienced and reasonably older campaigner. I won't say how old he is, but he's kicked that well. And he'll breathe a sigh of relief, putting Waihi back in front by 8 points to 5. Yes, I'm not a goal kicker, so I can't give any opinions on whether it was a good kick or not. For me, a tight forward, an old tight forward, and pretty slow one at that. Any kick that goes over Reno is a good kick.
Had a right to left turn on it back in our day, would have been the opposite way. Back on halfway here at the final for today between Waihi and Waihou. Back into another play taken by number 5 for Waihi. Good take there from Mark Everson.
Yeah, disappointed with that from Waihi. They don't go and support the catcher there, Reno. The catch is left by himself. But he got the ball back. Matt Hart making a great run.
Nice run there. Yep, playing advantage is the referee AJ Hartley for the Waihou team. They're going to spin it out wide. They want to try and have a go. Waihi look the first side, sees the gap there. He's out wide, running out wide. Really strong run here. Out to the fullback. He's got a bit of pace up. And he just gets taken out over on the sideline there, does the fullback for Waihou, Craig Cowley. Both teams have shown, Ross, that they've come to run today. They don't want to kick it, chip it, or win it. They want to have ball in hand and just run the game.
I love the endeavour of both teams. They're looking to feed the outsides and they're operating down the short side as well, off rucks, which is great to see. Waihou ball. Ooh. Big gap out here to the left. Number 11's not marked. Now they're screaming across.
Yeah, number 11 scoring the try there. That is Dominic Gore.
Yeah, not necessarily the best mark up there from the Waihi boys, but well exploited by Waihou. Good driving run set up there by the forwards, and you can see very good delivery to the halfback. Guns McCann gets it early and spreads it wide, and he just goes up. He's unmarked. They're sort of scrambling across in defence, and he goes on the outside, steps in, good footwork, and takes the opportunity to score the try. About on the 5-yard mark on the towards the sideline.
Hopefully he makes amends for the previous kick.
Well, we don't want to jinx these kickers, but I don't.
Commentator curse.
No, they're good kickers. It's not an easy job in a final to kick goals, and the rhythm sometimes just disappears. But that was a very good try. Good, well set up, and good option to go to the outside. Yeah.
Well, there we go. Commentator curse saying. Looks like Ross, you're going to have to get out there and show him how it's done.
No, mate. I've got 2 artificial knees. But no, he didn't. He did everything right, but it didn't come round, did it? It
just stayed out there.
Stayed on the right-hand side. So it's 10-8 at the moment. Pretty close game, this. Not a lot in it. Tit for tat.
Max Whittyhunter running up to the halfway for Waihi, getting ready to start the playoff again. Bounces it as they do these days on the halfway line and whack into it. It's, as you say, Ross, 10-8 at the moment.
Good kick received there by Waihou.
Yep, they're running with confidence as Waihou. Look at that. The forwards are out there in the back line as well. Good, powerful run there by Adam Fairley just before as well. Look, back up the middle they go to Waihou. Getting ready to spread out wide, coming back to the left-hand side. Fairley back with it again.
Sammy Guns McCann there.
Back in the corner. The 2 centre pairing.
Yeah, certainly did well there, the old push-off. Ran very strongly, didn't he? Just pushed the guy off at high tackle, tried to go high. You can't go high on Sammy Guns McCann. He'll just push you off as he did there. Great try, and exposed a little bit of frailty in the backline defence there of Waihi.
Right, might be third time lucky for Ryan Waite going for a kick here as well. But yeah, both teams, as we said throughout the commentary today, both running. Waihou sending out wide to the big strong backs as well. So at the moment, 12 and 13 with a good running 15 at the stage, with Craig Cowley running amongst the 2 big boys, seem to be working well.
Okay.
Yep, stayed on that little string going out that way again.
Yeah, he just can't bring it around. I must say I'm very impressed with the forward runners that Waihou have got out wide. Adam Farley that time, he busted it wide open, made 5-6 yards, strong play, and then set the ball up really well and delivered it with control to the halfback who cleared the ball. And some good option taking there from the Waihou boys. Waihi will have to settle down and get back into this game. They need to catch the kickoff.
And that knock on straight away from the kickoff. Must have been offside in front, eh?
Yeah, the old man
penalty.
in front. You know, the forwards, you can't help but go for the ball.
No,
it's
exactly.
Just human instinct gives away a penalty, so it'll be interesting to see if Ruben Mears opts to take it into the corner and build an attack from there. 24 minutes gone in the game, so building up to the first 20 have gone, and it's a pretty important time just before half time. Right, Waihi need to win this line out if they're going to get any advantage from that penalty. Looks like they're going for the big rolling maul.
Yep.
Hartley, the referee, he's signalled one stoppage, so they've got to clear it.
Into the touch.
A little bit of a try blown there, but obviously
Penalty there.
the penalty advantage. Matt Hart did some really good work in that build-up.
Quick
Here he
play
goes
there.
again.
There we go again.
Yep.
Another penalty hit high.
Consecutive penalties here. Waihou will need to keep control of their discipline. What's Mr. Hartley doing here? He's calling out a player.
I'd guess there'll be a stern warning there, Ross.
Well, yes, it looks like it's a head-high tackle. I think that was the reading. Play right in front, or just to the right-hand side of the goalposts, and Ruben Mears is going to go for the shot, which he should do this in a doddle. Don't want to put the commentator's curse on him, but he's a very good kicker.
Straight down the middle over the black dot it goes.
Yes, I have to remember his surname. He's Ruben Mears. He's the coach player at this stage, but he's kicked well right throughout the season. So that was another good, easy shot, but none of these shots are easy. I think the big work on here for Waihi is to not let the catcher of the ball be isolated, and Waihou have had pretty good chases, and they are putting a bit of pressure on the catcher and disrupting it.
Ruben Mears takes it up there with the run from the pass from Ctas the halfback as well. Look, they are still going forward, and it's a penalty to Waihi. Bit of ill discipline coming in from the Waihou, bit of push and shove there as well. I think.
Handbag stuff,
yeah,
isn't it,
it is, you know, and I think they're getting a bit worried here. So I would guess sideline refs coming over, Sonia Whitty-Hunter, to have a talk to the ref as well. So obviously she may have seen something in that, and looks like Dylan Horn, captain for Waihi, wants this dealt to as well. So both captains are out there. He's told them, no, you go, Bang. I'm going to talk to the AR, Sonia, and see what her point of view on what she saw out there as well.
Very impressed though, Reno, you know, from kick-offs, and both teams are running the ball, having a crack, and I think it's, you know, it's a good endeavour being shown by both teams. It's just, you know, after 2 or 3 phases, they tend to push the pass, and perhaps some other option may have been better, but you can't growl them for endeavour. They're trying their very hardest, so both sides are putting the ball out wide and attacking. Good straight running there, but I'm not sure what the discussion's about. A little bit of handbag stuff is what I'd say. Just
yeah, I would
get on
say
with the game.
yeah, let the game play. It's been a good flowing game so far in the first final of 3 that's live streamed today as well. So to all the viewers, wherever you're watching, hope you're enjoying this for the whole day. It is something different considering the finals originally were going to be hosted over at Rhodes Park.
I think number 2 could be in a bit of strife here. Looks like, what's his name? Sam.
Sam, yep.
A bit of discussion happening here. They hands still in the pocket. What's happening? Oh no, he hasn't made up his mind. Maybe they've changed their mind. Come on, let's keep the game.
Yeah, let's keep the game going, you know.
Shouldn't say those things. I've got to be impartial.
Got to say, beautiful day though, Ross. You know why he's turned it on.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely to be here, and the very small crowd are a bit subdued at the moment. But I suppose it's hard to make a noise when there's only 100 people watching, and of those 50 are players. So it's a difficult game and a difficult situation to be playing in. But the teams are doing well. Bit of a debate going on here. I'm not sure what's happening. AJ Hartley's coming back, looking.
Yeah, he's having a good chat to the hooker.
Looks like Joe Murray needs a rest.
Him and Ruben having a catch up there in the middle of the field.
The two old veterans having a catch-up.
Talking to each other, thinking, mate, I think we're too blooming old to be playing this.
Oh, isn't it great to see long-standing players just having a chat in the middle of the paddock and getting on with the game.
Is the number 2 for Waihou, makes a bit of a shortish kind of walk to stand underneath the goal post. So it looks like he's going to have 10 minutes to think about what he done in that little movement there.
Yeah, apparently, from my source, it was a neck roll in the tackle.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you, Crane, for that information. Well done, mate. "12 minutes to go, so it's danger time for both sides here. You wouldn't want to let in a try if you were Waihou, and same applies to Waihi. Good line-out ball from Mark Everson there.
Oh, bit up right there. Lost the ball. Looks like a penalty advantage being played there as well to Waihi. I suppose the decision now whether he... Oh, here he goes. He wants to run it. They're going to run it out wide. Oh, unlucky there with the knock on to the number 12 for Waihi as well. Ethan Seymour had a good run earlier in their play, but I think Waihi might have been just too adventurous in that move.
Yeah, I do, just from a coaching point of view, just pushing that last pass. Perhaps again a decision would have been better to take the tackle, set the ball up.
Yep.
He'd brought the ball in off from the outside line. He wasn't going to go out. Did everything right, and then either attack down the short side or go open again. But ball lost, opportunity lost. I suppose, Reno, in finals, when you look at forcing the pass, sometimes you've just got to look at those passes and learn from them. But there was no need to force that pass, and unfortunately it came unstuck. And it's all about ball maintenance and keeping control of the ball and building pressure through that control. If you have the ball, the opposition are scrambling, aren't they?
As you take a bit of a break at the moment, an injury in the game at this stage. Looks like number 1, he's actually played a good game. Adam Fairley for Waihou as well, down on his knee. So being assessed at the moment by a medic for Waihou. And just as the drink bottles come out, we're nearly in the half time, so we're not too far away.
30 minutes. 30 minutes have clicked over. So 10 minutes, danger time for any team here. You need to get points to go into half time with confidence. Actually, both props have been doing quite well for Waihou, haven't they? Good runs, spitting out between second, centre, and running the ball very straight and direct, and maintaining the ball for their forwards, setting it up well, and just denying Waihi at crucial times the ball, which is well done.
Looking like while we address the injury with the prop there for Waihou, he stood back up and he's getting ready back into with a clap from his teammates. And looks like we've got a change in the back line now. Looks like number 12 for Waihi is being taken to the sideline, Ethan Seymour. And we've got a change coming in as well for Waihi. So we'll see Mark Baker come on for Waihi at the moment, so a bit of a change around, actually, a bit of a reshuffle here.
Yeah, Dylan Horn's moved from 6 to second 5. Very versatile player. When he was at secondary school, Dylan Hall for Waihi played on the wing.
Oh. They've ruined that moment with Waihou. They were looking good out there in the back line as well with some open space to burn, but unfortunately just dropped the ball by the fullback, Craig Cowley. So Waihi will be happy with that. 10 minutes to go, we're into half-time with the first final here in Waihi. Live streamed everywhere today as well. A beautiful day in Waihi, but with the COVID, 100 people, the live stream is the way to watch the finals today.
I think Guns McCann and Joe Murray will see the opportunities on the inside of centre there. Dylan Hall is not a second five, so they might look to exploit that. I'm sure he'll tackle his heart out. So we've got 6 playing at second five, and I don't. Did the prop get up?
Yeah, he got up. He got up.
Okay.
He got up. He's back in the scrum. He's all right. So 7-man scrum for Waihou at the stage with the hooker and the Sinbin at the moment. Back there behind the number 8 for Waihi, controlling the ball well. It's turned around, so back to another reset of the scrum there as well. Waiting for it was the Waihi halfback, Liam Curtis, for the ball to come out. But back to another set of the scrum. Waihi know that Waihou down to 7 in the forward pack, and will try their strengths to push through. And another injury.
Yeah, Waihou did reasonably well there to keep the scrum straight. The temptation would have been to screw it, and they didn't, so they maintained the scrum in integrity with only 7 players, so pretty well done. Another
change
Adam
for
Farley
Waihou. Yeah.
looks like he's...
Yeah, it looks like the injury to his right shoulder. I'd say Ross has seen him come to the end of his final today, I would guess. Is the number 16 runs over, I would guess, to get some clarity if it's a proper change or not, what's going on. But fairly looks like his day at the office is done for the day. Number 16 is Craig Hutchins, who will make an appearance in the final today.
For number 16, Craig Hutchins for Waihou Rugby and Sport.
Yes, these injuries don't do the team cohesion much good for both sides, but you've got to deal with it and get on and play the game. But I'm sure they'll settle into it pretty quickly. Guns McCann snaking down the right-hand side there, over in the background, looking for a matchup. Why he read that and went the other way.
Out to Mears and out to Willie Hunter. A big long pass. I don't know if that was needed. And there we go. That's what happens. The risk taker there. And I think Max will know that too. I think he felt that he might have got tackled and hurt himself on his left arm, Max Willie Hunter. Unfortunately uncontrolled there by the young winger, Taylor Turnbull. They're just trying too much Waihi at this stage.
Yeah, and they're passing the ball under pressure, and it's not accurate. And I think you're better to have close the backs up a little bit and have somebody just run direct and set it up. Just forcing the pass, weren't they, Reno, there down the right-hand side? You can't fault their endeavour. Waihou, on the other hand, had that well covered.
Good solid scrum there by Waihou with only 7 in the forward pack. There out it goes to the back line, and they'll spin it out wide with a good attack nearly coming up to the halfway line. Look, an advantage here played by the referee as well.
Looked like a high tackle. One of the Waihi players wasn't too happy with that decision, but nevertheless, we won't worry about the language, and if you heard it, we apologise. You got a smile. Great grandstands built over there by the Whangamata supporters, Reno.
Look at that, red and white dynamite.
Snuck down here in the evening and slapped up Scotsman's grandstand. Fantastic.
Oh, there's a crowd behind us as well, I've just noticed.
There's a whole crowd up there looking
behind
over
the fence line,
They're not allowed
watching
in.
it.
There's 100 people only allowed in the ground, so it's a bizarre day, but good on them for coming down and supporting it.
The locals there sitting there enjoying themselves watching some local finals day of footy here in Waihi as it comes back out on the back line in Waihi. Out to Dylan Hall, and it feeds out to Willie Hunter. Makes Willie a little kick. Is it going to get the right bounce for Turnbull to catch it? Not quite. So yellow 7 there for Waihou. Adam Hartlett must have been offside or something like that. The refs called it, so he wants it right back here.
Yeah, good work there on the in the tackle situation. Young Dylan Bellamy, ex-Waihi College, made a good tackle, good chase, and put the players under pressure.
Good run there by the number 8, Matthew Hart, who's had a strong first half for Waihi Athletic this morning.
Reno, I think both teams are
they're forcing the pass.
missing out players. They'd be far better, in my opinion, and I don't know very much, but, just to pass the ball along the chain, draw and pass, simple, basic stuff, rather than miss big chunks of your back line out. You're better to run straight, put the ball through the hands and take the tackle if you have to. And the passing from both sides in the last 3 or 4 minutes has gone a little bit wayward, so that'll be something the coaching staff will no doubt comment on at half-time.
Looks like we've got a rolling sub there. Halfback has done his day at the office for Waihou. They will see Rob Longstaff head off to the sideline. And looks like Bonner, Mr. Bonner, has come on there to play at half.
Nathan Bonner, not Ben. Nathan. I don't know what's happened to Ben. I haven't seen him around. Oh, is he?
Murray's up the middle there, standing strong, the veteran.
The Thames Valley Heartland coach.
Yeah.
So good on him. Waihi are working very hard to get out of their end of the paddock. Looks like a kick coming in here, testing the fullback and the winger. Somebody's got a call.
That will be one of the first kicks we've actually seen in a backline play today in this first game. A lot of it's been run ball in hand. Yes, a few missed throwing passes throughout the whole day, but that'll be one of the first kicks in general play. Max Whittyhunter run out to the ref, wanted a real quick start here. That's the game plan why he seems to bring today at this final. Just assessing and waiting for the vastly experienced Mears to come over and take control, I would guess. I'm guessing a kick into the corner here.
Yeah, they'll look to set a line out and perhaps get it right in the corner, jam it into the corner and go for a drive. But, of course, they've got to kick the ball out.
And it's a wobbly-looking kick. Doesn't quite make it. Mr. Mears won't be happy with that one.
That's not good execution, and that's a crucial mistake. You know, it's 1.5 minutes to go to half-time. He'll be disappointed with that effort. And Waihou now get their full complement of players. Opportunity lost there for Waihi. The old legs aren't as good as they used to be, perhaps, with Ruben Mears. He's just struggled with that connection in the kick and perhaps went for just a little bit too far, missed the opportunity. So they need to win it back here. Mark Everson coming late into the line out and then going forward.
Yeah. Could hear the Waihou team saying a knock on there when it dropped to the ball dropped to ground there, and I think obviously one of the players that picked it up from the offside, and referees justified that with a penalty.
Yeah, it looked like he pushed it back when he was on the ground, but it's a bit far away for me to see. It's my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Pretty important 1 minute. This could be an attack from Waihou. So we look towards building something strong here through the middle, through Guns and Joe Murray perhaps, and free up a ruck. We'll see what happens.
Oh, very simple pick up there as well, and a simple knock on. Just basic stuff not working well there, especially for the Waihou team there as well. To the disappointment, look, he put his hands on his dreadlocks, I guess he's got on, and he's not happy with himself.
I think once again, you know, they're just panicking a little bit, just need to calm it down. Delivery from the line out was poor, and I think you've just got to really look at basic execution and basic skills. The delivery from the line out was poor. halfback struggled and then the knock-on resulted. So just calming it down and just doing the basics. I keep saying the same message all the time.
Getting ready for the scrum there by Liam Curtis, the halfback for Waihi. It's come up in the middle.
Yeah, I think Waihou have got a little bit of an upper hand in the scrum, and they wheeled that around. I'm surprised AJ Hartley, the referee, didn't give a penalty there for deliberate turning the scrum around. They need to keep it square. Waihi need to get the ball, and obviously Waihou, they want to disrupt as much as they can.
Out to Mears, the experienced campaigner in the Waihi backline, setting it out to the number 8 running up strong there with Matthew Hart settling the ball down as well, and back out to the halfback to feed it back out to Mears.
Obviously going for a pick and go. You could hear the word picket from the forwards, so they'll look to rumble for a while and get field position and then set the backs alight.
Here we go, turnover. Doesn't seem to be working at the moment though for the Waihi team. Fair bit of turnover, a couple of silly mistakes creeping into the game. Look, we're nearly heading into half time. It won't be too far away. As we venture into half-time and see one of the other teams for the next final have arrived as well. We'll talk about that at the half-time break. Just focusing on this game at the moment, though. Not too far away from half-time. The scrum to be played, and it wouldn't be too far away. I'd say we will be half-time.
Good scrum from Waihi there, but obviously the front row from Waihou weren't settled, so reset from AJ Hartley. Look, if it was me and I was Waihou, I'd look to just go out and kick it out and restart at half-time. You know, knowing them, they most probably may run it, and Waihi will have their work cut out to defend it. Half-time on the clock.
You picked a Ross. They're going to run it all right, but a mistake as we've seen all games so far from both backlines today. But a penalty obviously going towards the Waihou team. I would guess they'll kick to the sideline, and this will be the half-time.
Maybe the backline heard that AJ Hartley had said penalty for unbinding, so good on them for running, but a half-time penalty, and it'll be interesting to see if they've go to touch. They are, so they're going to carry on playing. Of course, you need to tap the ball first and then kick it out in rugby if you want to finish the game. So crucial line out for both sides here to close out the first half. And what has been a mixture, hasn't it, Reno?
Has been,
you know,
yep.
There's been some really good play and a few mistakes. See how they close out the game. Good ball from Waihou, number 7.
Bonner taking it up there into the forwards of the Waihi athletic team as well. Settling there and already half-time. So there we go, it's half-time here in Waihi with a big day of rugby, which is something that is indifferent for Thames Valley Club Rugby Day Finals, coming to you live from Kenny Park, Rugby Park, Kenny Street in Waihi. Half-time score with the first game is 15 to Waihi Athletic 11. That's your half-time score. Being one of those interesting games, Ross, both teams obviously turned up. Their focus is to run the ball all day long.
Yeah, I think, you know, finals rugby, it's great endeavour, and you've got to, Reno, you've got to applaud both sides for their endeavour. But I think, you know, as the game has unfolded, there are mistakes on both sides. They're just forcing the issue a little bit. Waihou's defence is pretty strong, and Waihi need to have a bit more endeavour with maintaining the ball and building pressure through phase play. At the moment they're looking, in my opinion, and as I said before, don't know very much, they're looking towards trying to score off first and second phase, and I think you've got to build pressure and you've got to maintain it for a while, and then the cracks will come. But it's very close, and it's a beautiful day here. Let's hope it continues. Quite warm, in fact, isn't it?
It is a nice sunny day here in Waihi, and for those who are at home or at their rugby club enjoying the finals today, thanks to Ctas Live, who are delivering the broadcast for Thames Valley Rugby for the HG Leach Club Finals Day today as well. We still have other games kicking off at 1 o'clock. The Coromandel team, welcome to Coromandel. So for those families who are at home been watching this game, I'll let you know your team has arrived safely. They're all preparing to get themselves ready to build up for the Senior B Lawrence Memorial Cup, which will be Coromandel title. Those two teams have been tussling out at the Senior B grade over the season, and in the big game at 3 o'clock this afternoon, the Premier McClinchy Cup final between the Cobras in Whangamata at 3 o'clock. But, that's us. We're going to take a little bit of a breather at this stage, but current scoreline here at Waihi. Waihou leading to the joy of their fans watching the live stream, 15-11 at the moment, and a couple more games to come your way. We'll go to a bit of a break and get things up and going, and you can kind of view what's happening out there on the field. Stern words to the Waihou team at halftime, and likewise to Waihi as well. Ross Cooper, Reno Wilkinson here to keep you informed throughout the whole day today, right through to a late afternoon. But it is indifferent with no crowd here. It's something that is very, very, very different. When I go back to the finals, they were scheduled to be hosted over at Rhodes Park in Thames, but because of the Waihi venue itself, it's an enclosed venue. Thames Valley acknowledged Thames Valley for the right decision. It's all about health and safety and people's well-being. So.
Yes, it's surprising, isn't it, Reno, when you look at Thames Valley Rugby Union club grounds. Waihi's got the only ground in Thames Valley that's got a fence right around it, and that was the basis of the decision, much to the disappointment to people out there in the clubs. Thames would have been a little bit disappointed that the club finals weren't there, but it was just too hard to manage the crowd. So the decision was made, and I believe it was the right one. Yeah. It's hard to make decisions, but with this pandemic happening, it's, as you say, it's very, very strange being at a finals and no crowd, but that's what we have to put up with.
And the last thing you would onto the headlines on a Monday morning if you had a case come out of your finals, that's all they would focus on, is where it came from, since we talk about clusters over the last few weeks, and that's what they would put it down to. So, right decision made. Celebrate the game of rugby. It's been an indifferent season for club teams, not only just the club rugby teams at Senior B or Senior A around our region, but also for the youth rugby as well in the secondary school. I know secondary school rugby got on the way this morning. Youth rugby in the Thames Valley comp has come to a season. I think it was like a couple of 4 weeks, so 8 games overall, but that was actually focused on the youth participation and enjoying the game of footy. So something different.
And I just want to give a plug to Wayne Smith. Smithy's been at Waihi Beach. He's bought a house at Waihi Beach, and it's just fantastic to see great ex-All Black world coaches of that calibre come and spend a season with a club side like Waihi, and I just compliment him on his endeavours with the club to come in and spend time with players. He's really enjoyed it. I was talking to him recently before the game, and he has really enjoyed getting back to basic rugby and grassroots rugby, and I think he's done a fabulous job to share some of his time and knowledge with the Waihi boys. I see Waihou have been split at the moment and getting delivered a message just to maintain the ball, and same with Waihi. They're getting quite a good message come across from their coaches, and it'll be interesting to see if there's any change in the style that they play.